The smartest sports YouTuber back with another video. And in this video, we gotta talk about the Cincinnati Bengals becoming the next dynasty. Yes, not the pathetic Kansas City Chiefs. The Cincinnati Bengals will be the next dynasty. They're gonna get it started this Sunday, but this is a dynasty in the making. You have the best quarterback in football, who's only in his second year coming off an injury. He's the best quarterback in football in Joe Burrow. You have Jamar Chase, who's only 21 years old, superstar wide receiver. You have a great number 2 receiver in T. Higgins, who's only 22, 23 years old. Tyler Boyd, he's only like 27. So your main Joe Mixon's only 25. CJ Uzomah's only like 28. Most of the defensive guys are in their 20s, really young. So this whole team is young. There's really not any old pieces on this team. And they're doing all of this winning without an O-line. They don't have an O-line. Their one good O-lineman is Jonah Williams, who's also young. So all the key pieces on this team, all the good pieces on this team are all young. They're all under contract. So they have a great window of opportunity here when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins are all on their rookie contract. They can go out, improve this team even more. Like I said, this is probably gonna be the worst Cincinnati Bengals team in terms of talent this year compared to the next 4 years. And I'm not saying, obviously, it doesn't mean they'll get better results, but it means they will get more talented. They will add more talent to the team because their best players are under their rookie contract. So that's a huge advantage. They can go out. They're going to spend money in free agency. I guarantee they're going to get at least 1 or 2 good to decent O-linemen. They're going to draft in the first and second round either 1 or 2 O-linemen. They're going to improve this defense. And yeah, so this is a dynasty in the making. I already see it coming. I tried to warn everyone this year that the Bengals were going to make noise. People didn't want to listen. They called me a delusional Bengals fan. But obviously, I was proven right. Many of us Bengals fans were proven right. People just didn't want to listen. They stayed in the mindset that this was the Bengals of the past. When I said, when have the Bengals ever had a Joe Burrow? When have they had a Jamar Chase? Never. They've never had a Joe Burrow or Jamar Chase. And my point stands. I compared Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase to a better version of Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. That's what they're going to become. They're going to become this decade's Joe Montana and Jerry Rice, an upgraded version. Yes, an upgraded version. That's how good they are. That's how good they're going to be. Okay, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. They are a better version of Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. They're going to be a fucking dynasty. Now, I know people will say, oh, well, you can't say that. The AFC's crowded. It's crowded. Well, people try to give the Chiefs a dynasty label way too premature, but I'm giving the Bengals this label because they've shown that the key pieces on this team were able to make a Super Bowl and maybe win a Super Bowl. I'll get more into that in another video. With a trash bottom 3 O-line, with a defense that was up and down, but they still made it to a Super Bowl. They didn't need everything around them, and this team's only going to get better. And if you look at it, Kansas City, who did they lose to? They lost to the GOAT Tom Brady in New England. Then they lost to him in the Super Bowl when he was in Tampa. Tom Brady's out. And now what? They have to go through Joe Burrow and the Bengals. People wanted to say, oh, well, it runs through Kansas City and Buffalo now. They try to make that narrative up. Oh, Mahomes and Josh Allen are going to run the AFC for years. When I've been trying to tell people, no, that it actually runs through Joe Burrow, okay? Joe Burrow is now 2-0 against Patrick Mahomes. He's 1-0 in the playoffs against Patrick Mahomes. He's 3-0 in his NFL playoff career. So the AFC goes through Cincinnati now. These are just the facts. You cannot deny those facts. And people want to say, oh, well, the quarterbacks are too good. They're too crowded. Well, let's see. Justin Herbert has never made the playoffs, so X him off. Patrick Mahomes just beat him twice, one in the AFC Championship game with a bottom 3 O-line. Check him off. Lamar Jackson got absolutely shit on this year. Then they played the Ravens again, put 525 on their head. So, not really a threat. And what, Josh Allen? Josh Allen can't get past the Mahomes hump. Josh Allen can't get past the Kansas City Chiefs. And Josh Allen has a established team. Josh Allen has as good of a team. Like, this is my point. Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes pretty much have as good of teams as they can have around them. And they still couldn't make it farther than Joe Burrow and this Bengals team. And this Bengals team is going to get better. Buffalo can't really get much better. I mean, how can you get much better than what Buffalo is right now? How can you get much better than what Kansas City is right now? Kansas City had an elite O-line. They have elite weapons. And their defense actually was in the top 10 this year in points allowed. So you can't really get much better than what Buffalo and Kansas City has around them in terms of talent. But the Bengals can get better, and there's a big improvement for the Bengals to get better. And the Bengals have the best quarterback in the world. Okay? Those teams that I just mentioned, they don't have those quarterbacks. These are facts. And for all the people who are going to be late to this and then jump on the bandwagon late, just don't do it. I tried to warn you guys. This is the start of the dynasty. I tried to tell you, okay? So just know now, this is the start of a dynasty. This is facts. They're about to have as many Super Bowls as Patrick Mahomes has had in his entire career with Kansas City. For all that winning Kansas City did in those 4 or 5 years, or those 4 years, they have one Super Bowl to show for it, and Patrick Mahomes played like shit, and they were lucky to win that Super Bowl. So the Bengals are about to match that. The Bengals are about to match most teams in Super Bowl wins, which is funny because people wanted to talk about how the Bengals were this poverty franchise, this and that. And they're about to show that they're one of the best franchises in the league. They're going to be that for the next 2 decades, and people are just salty about it. The AFC North, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, they're all fucked. They all know that the Bengals run the North. The Bengals now run the AFC. These are all facts, okay? Go back to before the season when I said the Bengals would be better than the Chargers, would be better than the Browns, would be better than the Dolphins. And those were all 3 teams that people had making the playoffs, or Dolphins were close to making the playoffs, people thought. And I said the Bengals are better, and people didn't want to listen. But now they're going to listen, because in year 3, think about this. In year 3, Joe Burrow's going to have a better offensive line. He can't get a worse O-line than Joe Burrow has, and they're going to invest more into it. Joe Burrow's going to have a better offensive line. Joe Burrow's going to have the same skill positions, which people like to talk about. Joe Burrow's going to have a better defense around him, and he's going to absolutely dominate. And he's going to be a year removed from that injury that obviously the first part of the year, that injury played a part in why they were running a short, intermediate offense. They weren't really pushing the ball down the field. They weren't really throwing that much as they are later in the year, because they wanted to protect them from getting hit so many times. And they're not going to have to do that next year. Next year, he's finally going to have a normal training camp, a normal offseason. He's going to come back. He'll win the MVP. He'll dominate the fucking league, and they will be back in the Super Bowl. These are all fucking facts. And you can go back to this video when it happens and give me my fucking props. But I won't even, we'll save that for later, because it's going to be fun talking about the Bengals for years to come, because I was right from the start, and I can say that. A lot of people can't say that, but I know all the haters are mad. Joe Burrow's becoming one of the most hated players in the NFL, so I'll talk more about that in another video, because it's absolutely pathetic, the hate that Joe Burrow is getting right now, the false narratives people are spinning about Joe Burrow and this Bengals team. It's absolutely pathetic. To the Rams fans, I mean, Rams don't really have any fans, not many. They tried to buy a Super Bowl. They stacked the deck. They built a super team to win now, and they're about to lose to a team that did it mainly through the draft, some key free agent signings, and they're about to ruin their fucking God squad they have over there in LA. But like I said, that preview video is coming later this week, probably Friday or Saturday. But just know, this is the start of the fucking Cincinnati Bengals dynasty. When you look back in history, this is the start of it. And all the haters, all the trolls need to just shut the fuck up, get in line, and admit that I was right, okay? There's a reason why I am the smartest sports YouTuber. It's not just because I'm saying it to say it. No, it's because I legit am the smartest sports YouTuber. There's not a smarter sports YouTuber than me. I tried to tell you from the fucking start. All these Joe Burrow haters, all these pathetic people on ESPN, Fox Sports, all you pathetic trolls in the comment section hating on my videos, just know I was right, you were wrong, and you will be in fucking tears come Sunday night, okay? Just know that the Cincinnati Bengals are the next dynasty. Kansas City, their fraudulent dynasty, their fake-ass dynasty got ended by Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals team. So you need to shut the fuck up, Kansas City fans. Stop crying, stop bitching, and just know that Joe Burrow is your daddy. This Bengals team are your fathers. Get in line, shut the fuck up, and just wait till next year when they beat your ass again over and over. You will not beat Cincinnati. Kansas City cannot beat Cincinnati. The AFC runs through the fucking Cincinnati Bengals. These are all facts, okay? But I'll leave that video off there. Just know I'm right. Cincinnati's about to be a dynasty. I'm calling it from the start. So, yeah, I'm just going to say in advance, I told you so. Like I said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and you just listen to the smartest sports YouTuber on the planet. That's a fact. And I'm out.